Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of Alphadia Genesis 2 on xbsx. Is this the right seashell? Hand over a Krolon star. You really found one for me? Yay! Thanks so much. I couldn't be more happy. Now you've got your seashell. What are you going to wish for? To meet Prince Charming or to marry Mr. Moneybags? What kind of garbage are you trying to teach her? Don't think every girl thinks like you do. Don't you know every little girl wants what I do? Actually, I don't. I'm going to wish for this war to end so no one has to be sad anymore. Before I came here, lots of soldiers showed up in my village. Both my mom and dad died trying to save me from the bad men. I was so lonely after that, and I don't want anyone else to feel the same way I did. So that's what I'm going to wish for. Is that so? Well, don't you worry. Your wish is going to come true. We'll make sure it does. Just be patient a little longer. I will. And Mr. Leader, this is for you for finding this Krolon star. Thanks again, Mr. Leader. I'll keep wishing on this Krolon star until the war really ends. Yeah, please do. Dion. Let's make sure we keep our promise. In order to create a world where nobody has to lose anybody important to them ever again. That we will. I'm thinking about getting a different kind of controller for the Xbox. I don't really like this default controller at all. You're back. Huh. Is it just me, or has the aura about you somehow changed? You appear to be much more resolute than when you left. Battle makes men strong. I imagine it was not an easy fight, was it? We managed to stop the vortices, but I can tell by the look in your countenance Liz and Roland didn't make it, did they? I'm sorry. War means sacrifice. Those who have died, and those who are yet alive, have all known this from the outset. And that's why we must bear their memories as we move forward. Is the barrier protecting this town going to be okay? As long as Liz and Roland's apprentices don't falter, they should be able to maintain it. In any case, we will now be able to move freely outside Needlebank Sea. Then we should be able to reach the Imperial Palace now, shouldn't we? Not quite. At present, our numbers are inadequate to attempt an attack on it. We'll need at least 3 times our current troops to do that. Also, considering we'll be going up against the Emperor and his officers, 6 times would be better. Then our options are to increase our own numbers, cut down theirs, or bridge the gap with an innovative new weapon. Whichever we decide, in our current state we have no chance of victory going up against the Empire. Yes, we still have much work to do. Which reminds me, however, the scout I sent to keep an eye on the Imperial Army returned with a report from the former Emperor left the palace with only 1 escort. You're talking about the retired Emperor Theodore, right? Yes, that's right. He has been sometimes called the Theodore the Wise and is the most knowledgeable individual in the Empire concerning energy. He is also the leading expert in developing applicable uses for white energy. But why is he suddenly leaving the safety of the palace? This would not be the first time. He was known to leave during the Imperial Foundation Festival. However, even that is still months away. And could something have happened there? Might I ask if you are aware of Emperor Theodore's private laboratory? Private laboratory? Yes, it was erected during his term as Emperor and is said to have served as a hideaway for him. Perhaps he has gone there. What for? Or could it be he's got something up his sleeve now? Now the vortices to protect the palace are gone. It could also be that that's where Ina is being held. Ina? Who is this Ina? She's a young girl with black energy like those of us, and we believe she's being held by the Empire. She's appeared to us a few times now. How can you have met someone who's been captured by the enemy? Your story makes no sense. She's able to project herself using her mental powers. She appeared in Zabra Tower during our fight with the Prince. with Prince Julius and gave Dion certain powers. Speaking of, Prince Julius did seem to know who she was, did he not? Yes, and she looked rather surprised to see him herself. This Ina also sounds as though her powers are special even amongst us Atremians, didn't she? She also seems to know who I was, too, but I've got no memory of ever meeting her before. Then they must be studying her energy as they plan for something. I heard from Maurice the Imperial Army has been using those Atremians they capture for their experiments. Maurice's older brother also appears to have been let off like Ina and maybe being held in the same location. Is that true, Maurice? Huh? Oh yes, of course it is. Whew. For a minute there I thought they were going to see through my lie to become mayor. Then why is it I've never heard of it before? I'm not convinced we should believe any rumor we hear. Please don't let them figure it out. Then, could it have been only those with special abilities were taken, and in secret? That may be plausible. Of course it is. In fact, I've no doubt about it in my own mind, given how strong a fighter my brother was. Whew, saved by people's stupidity. Mayor Arbel, can you tell us where we can find this laboratory? From what I've been told, it lies beyond Needlebank Sea on a small island in Walser Sea. However, are you sure about going there? Positive. If there are people that need saving, we can't sit back and do nothing. Let's go, Dion. Experiments on any human should never be allowed to happen. It is, of course, obvious, but any other Atremians being held there may add great strength to our army if we are able to rescue them. I am also interested in what kind of research the Empire is up to, and it may be of help in figuring out how to reverse the black energy. Can I leave things in your hands while we're gone, Mayor Poisson? Yes, leave everything to me. While you're taking care of things on your end, I'll work with Mayor Chamber to train some more fighters. Then I will continue gathering information on the Imperial Army, and also look into any other Atremian villages that may cooperate with us. And I'll remain here and manage the military funds. That won't be necessary, as I can do that myself. Instead, please go with Dion to this laboratory. No, I insist you go with Dion on my behalf. I'm sure it'll be better if I stayed behind and... Well, I would prefer it that way. When I consider your brother's reaction to you coming to his rescue, I can't help but feel it right you go. What the fuck sense is this? While I would prefer it that way, when I consider your brother's reaction to you coming to his rescue, I can't help but feel it right you to go. That doesn't really roll off the tongue. Man, I don't know a lot about that. Indeed, it would be best to have someone who knows his face. Now go, Maurice. Fine, you put it that way. Please be careful, everyone. Especially you, Elise. I know all too well how easily you can become absorbed in your research and jump into things without a second thought. Almost like a mare in heat, wouldn't you say? More like a crazed horse, if you ask me. I'll be sure to rope you up good if you can't behave. My, you'll rope me up? I see. So that's the way you like your women, do you? Then again, I never disliked letting the man be in control. Shall we give it a try now, Dion? Try what? I think you completely missed the point of what I was saying. Oh, I know exactly what you're saying. Now tie me up, stud... This can be so fun teasing him. What does he think is so fun about being tied up, Faulkner? I just can't understand. Are you asking me? Forget it, and let's just go, Chiffon. Wait for me, Dion. You can be so terrible sometimes, you know. Oh? You don't seem to complain much yourself. Let's be going ourselves. Okay, my man hunk. Sometimes I worry if our decisions were for the best. Patience, my friend, patience. These young ones may be just the ones needed to bring a bright future to all Atremians. I believe so too. Okay, cat break. Okay, we have more quests that we need to pick up. Imperial Palace, Throne Room. Zobra Tower has fallen, has it not? This disgrace was on account of my overconfidence in my own abilities, Your Majesty. Please take my head as to the complaints. Wish me to make an example of you? Yes, Your Majesty. Wait, Father. I am also responsible for his failure. If you are to punish General Herman, then I am deserving of the same. Do you wish to wear the mantle of incompetence for your actions? No, that was not our intention. Though discipline and reward are what governs an army, in this case I order you both to guard duty until further notice. Yes, Your Majesty. All things considered, I cannot suppress my surprise someone has lived after confronting you. Though you did not make light of this rat, the one who fought you was likely a tiger in disguise. Dion Folis, the leader of the rebellion a decade ago, was also a tiger. You must never scoff at a tiger who leads a pack of rats. You must crush him while he yet remains a cub. As for this Dion being acquainted with my father's test subject, this leaves me unsettled. When Ina appeared in Zabra Tower, I felt as if his energy had been enhanced. This was my first experience witnessing such an event. This Ina's existence is a danger to us all. Moreover, if my father's research were to fall into the hands of these accursed, it would be used for evil purposes. Julius, I want you to make for Heilung Laboratory and bring your grandfather back. I also want you to order Camel to destroy any research materials related to black energy. Yes, Father. I will leave at once. If neither Julius nor Herman can manage the situation, I will personally see to the destruction of these accursed myself. As for those who seek to bring down the Empire, whether it be one rat or many, they will feel my wrath firsthand. Oh, I wish there was voice acting in the game. I just can't even take a drink. Well, I mean, there is some voice acting, obviously, but certainly not as much as I'd like. Where are we going? Oh, all the way out there, huh? Okay. Heilung Laboratory. This is my first time ever coming here. It is like a hideaway for me. Neither Friedheim nor Julius have come here either. Of course, I have my doubts they would be at all interested in any of the work I do. Your work? Yes, I've spent many years trying to discover a way to revert black energy to white. Can such a thing be done? These are cursed. If I can figure out how to change their energy, they would be the same as us, normal citizens of the Empire as they once were. This book you see here is my life's work on how I theorize it can be accomplished. Then again, someone like you has made a career out of fighting them probably would not understand. Your Majesty, What was that? Theodore. Oh, Ina. How did you know to find me in this place? I followed your energy trail. There is also much black energy here. Theodore, will you try to hurt Dion? I take it he is the young Atrebian you spoke to me about? Dion is kind like you. If you talk to him, you will know it for yourself. You may just be right. This Dion you speak of is an enemy of the Empire and a traitor. We have no need to speak with him. Julius, why are you here? I have come on orders from my father. Now if you would accompany me back to the palace, grandfather. And then, I must ask you to destroy this laboratory and your research pertaining to black energy. What? I cannot understand what you're trying to do with... Do not touch any of my research, Julius. Why? Is this something you cannot show me? That is not it, but rather you would not understand its purpose. Well, it is of no consequence to me. As for my orders, you must come with me. Understood. Major, once you have destroyed this place and everything in it, return to the palace. However, in the case these accursed do appear, you have no need to fight them. Focus only on destroying what is here. As you command, Highness. The scroll on that desk was our last hope to stop the connection between... Oh, the scroll on that desk was our last hope to stop the contention between Atramians and Lucerians. However, it is now a lost cause. Your Majesty, is this to be the end fate of this world? That's where I'm going, right? Oh no, not here. Let's go!
私と戦うなんて十
Is this Heilung laboratory? Then are there people being held here to be used as experiments? Let's hope your brother is safe. Yes, I hope so too. Like he is. I can't wait to get my hands on any Imperial research materials I can. Our first priority is to rescue those being held here. Your research stuff comes second. Are we clear? Why, of course. Now let's go. Is it really possible to revert black energy to white energy? Major Camel, we have an urgent problem. A group of accursed have infiltrated the laboratory. Understood. Until I am able to destroy all these documents, you must keep them at bay. Yes, sir. Is this really fate? Let me tell you something. I love playing these games. It really is nice to play like a relaxing RPG that I don't have to fiddle with a lot, and just have to grind incessantly. You know, I can just buy some DLC to make it a little easier to grind. That's why I really love these so much. Is that the stories are always really intriguing. The characters are well written. You know, the plot's real interesting. Even if the the quote unquote gameplay is not great, but also not bad. Yeah, just average gameplay, but the story and the characters really make up for it. Just being able to just chill with something at night is nice. I would suggest all of these EAC Create chemical games. You know, they're just so well done. Even though they don't appear that way, upon first glance. I do think it's interesting that they've decided to, kind of make the Xbox their first-run platform. Although my understanding is, as far as the consoles go, the Switch versions sell, hand over fist better than they do on the Xbox or the PlayStation Store. And of course, they sell significant numbers on mobile as well. So that's really the main bread and butter is the mobile market for these games. Although again, I do wish these games were fully voice acted. You know, they did some voice acting here and there. But I also understand they're trying to keep the size of these games down. Like I said, the mobile is the primary market for them. And you don't want, you know, some huge download on your phone. And really, most of you that watch this channel are on mobile. I think now it's over 50% that watch my content on mobile. It used to be the other way around. It used to be a majority of you know, non-mobile, but now that's shifted quite a bit. The phones have gotten so much better. Although, you know, your cellular service may not have improved as much as the phones have. You know, I think we still have a long ways to go with you know, internet speed and wireless technology. And the phones are definitely outpacing the technology that's driving the mobile data. But what anybody can do about it is, you know, kind of limited at this point in time. You know, there's a physical limit to how fast signal can travel, you know, either through the air or through fiber or copper, and over, you know, long distances. So, hopefully, at some point in time, we engineer something better. Actually, right now, I can't even get fiber in my area, even though, you know, there's fiber, you know, in my city, just not in every area. And all that construction has to be, you know, licensed and approved, and oftentimes those are just bidding contracts for monopolies to come in and lay down their, you know, copper or fiber or whatever. So while there may be like a fast service that's available in my city, depending on what part of the city and where they could get, you know, licensing. You know, where they were allowed to build and construct and to lay down fiber, you know, they may be, you know, restricted by the city. You know, and I don't live in a terrible neighborhood. In fact, this neighborhood should have the funding to be able to provide, you know, fast fiber, but yeah, rich people don't care about internet speed. I think they barely care about internet, other than how they can sell services to people. I guess rich may not be the right word. Upper middle class around here. Not as far as their, like, culture. Like, they're kind of trashy, like, upper middle class people. Which is why I get along with them, because I'm a trashy person. Let's see, I've got a bunch of this stuff. Let's see, mines, speed seed. Oh yeah, I'm okay with the spellcasters being faster. Okay. Yeah, I have to move here in the next couple of weeks. My landlord just decided to sell this property, which is inconvenient. I wasn't planning on having to move. My next address change, I was hoping to relocate to Seoul, but put that off for yet another year, well, another 2-3 years probably, since all my money will be wrapped up into finding another place. But you know, that's why I don't buy, or that's why I never planned on buying. I was never planning on staying. I was just hoping I'd be able to get here like another year or two out of here, so I could have the proper amount of money. Because it is strangely expensive to live in Seoul. Of course, I could, choose to move to some place that had a, like a lower GDP, and maybe have a slightly higher standard of living. But then, everyone else around you doesn't have a higher standard of living, and so that's a real struggle. I'd rather go someplace where the standard of living is a little higher, even if it's a little bit more expensive to live there. I mean, if I have any choice in the matter. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just take an opportunity when you see it. So yeah, this place will change. I'll probably have a week or two where I won't be able to broadcast, so just bear that in mind, over the next 2 to 3 weeks. Hopefully people won't get too upset. Oh, shit, that's the wrong my button. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do. I'm only hoping that the next place I find has higher speed internet. It is one of the things which this area, as nice as it is, because there's no investment in high-speed internet, I had to deal with just average speed internet, average to low. And again, because the contracts are written with exclusivity in mind, to lock out competition. Even having a provider run new lines out here is, it just can't be done. My message to upper middle class people and rich people is buy some goddamn fast internet in your area. Why the hell are you settling for copper, you morons? You got money. Use it on infrastructure. Especially in the age of working from home. Because I in no way believe that these temporary lulls in the spread of the virus are going to be permanent. Because it's just now that this virus is out, it and its variants are going to be trouble from here on out. Maybe not as serious as that first outbreak, but it certainly won't go away anytime soon. At least as long as people continue to practice unsafe behavior. But you never force a man to wear a condom either. Something about us covering up things that spit out fluid. I have a real aversion for. I changed my camera position so you can see Vera over here. Got a little bed for her so she's a little more comfortable. She just doesn't like it when it's too hot. And summers here are, you know, not burning on fire, except 2 weeks ago. But they're certainly not comfortable. And at least in my state, houses, I think it's like, it's a high number. I want to say it's 70-ish% of the homes here do not get built with central heating and air, which is really strange because the area, I mean, there's every piece of weather here. You know, there's rain and snow and sleet and hail, you know, freezing rain and freezing ice, and you know, boiling summers. You know, there's tornadoes and sandstorms in different parts of the state. Yeah, so many homes, you know, just don't get built with centralized air. I think it's becoming less true with new buildings, but yeah, almost most of the old buildings that I've ever looked at, very rarely was there central air. And like I said, this area has, like, you know, lots of different resources with the our natural resources with, you know, with waterfalls and you know, with dams and you know, natural gas. Still, if a homeworker can cut a corner, they will cut a corner. That will always be a universal truth. Butt kicked. Yeah, that's why whenever I hear people say that the market will dictate proper demand, it's not entirely true. Like if all of us demand, if all of us demand anti-lock brakes. Really, the thing that dictates it is lawsuits, not so much the public demand. So until there is some class action lawsuits against building homes without centralized air, then it'll never really happen. The only time standards increase are when companies are forced to increase them. Again, that's a universal truth. Just like if you hear your company made, you know, $70 billion in profit, that does not mean you get a raise. It does not mean you get to any sort of benefit at all. Even though a company could potentially afford to give it to you. Or even to all of its employees, and, you know, spread that wealth around. No, won't happen until it's forced to happen. Yeah, I wasn't going to be ready to move to Seoul until I learned the language, and I've just really just started, so it's going to be a little while before I think I can be fluent enough to move there. I don't believe in moving to a country without speaking the language. It's such a rude American thing to do, just to go someplace and expect everybody to speak your language. Or to move to someplace where there are enough of you that speak your language. It's like, just learn the goddamn language if you want to move someplace else. My goodness. Let's try not to take our entitlements with us when we go to another country, shall we? Ow, ow. That, and I actually really like the way, I really like the way the Japanese and Korean, oh boy, with the political state the way they are, let me preface that, I really like the way those languages sound. Like, I don't particularly like the way, like, German or Italian sound. I think Spanish sounds kind of nice. French a little bit, but I definitely like the Japanese and the Korean language. What's this feeling I'm getting from this guy up ahead? He's definitely no Imperial yes man. We'll handle him. So, you dared to show your faces here, did you? I take it you're the one in charge, then. I am Camel, Major of the Imperial Army. If someone in your position is here in this facility, it must mean this place is important to the Empire. You are? Why are you looking at me like that? No, it's nothing. Whatever, we're here to liberate the Atramians being held here. Atramians? What are you talking about? Do not try to fool us. You have been abducting them to perform experiments on. What absurdity! The little ones here are those accursed who have become monsters. The Empire does not engage in immoral experiments upon any human, even those like yourselves. Is that really true? You have my word. Oh, then where's Ina? Ina? Oh, I see you mean the young girl with Emperor Theodore. As I said before, you will find no human experiments taking place here. What's going on, Maurice? Good question. This is all news to me. Or could it be he's just lying? Believe what you will, for it matters not to me. In fact, you are free to search every last inch of this place. However, I am sure you will find it wasted effort in the end. Now, as for myself, my business here is complete. I will leave you to your own. Huh? That is what you are after, I assume. See Theodore's research. But... Wait, Camel! He got away. What just happened? It would seem the Empire intended to destroy the place. In that case, we better get out of here quick before we all get roasted. Wait, at least allow me to grab whatever resource materials I can before this place goes in flames. You... Huh? Oh. Please. Yeah. Here they come, Dion. Watch out. Oh, hello, Mr. King. Or King. He King? Let's see, what we do here? Shine blast thing? No? Have an area effect? Not single attacks. Oh, well, that was useless. Why the hell would I do that? But yeah, a lot going on in my life right now. I wish it was. I wish it was less going on. Then yes, I'm still working on songs for the new album. So, you know, that's coming along about as fast as it can, unfortunately. Yeah, I've still got a regular job that I have to do that pays the bills. All the fun stuff that we do is, you know, really just for fun. It costs me money to do all this other stuff. It's also the only things that really bring me any joy. I don't love my job, but still. Kill myself. Well, that takes care of them. Dion! Yeah, I hear you. Grab whatever is closest to you at all, and then let's bolt for the exit. Understood. Now let us hurry. I want this one, and there are too many to take. You help too, Maurice. Right. Why do I have to help? Dion, I do not think we can carry anymore. Alright, then let's scram. Going back. See, I have to raise my characters a little bit more. It was an awful close match. I'd rather not. Right, why don't we stop it there? This is Audapostrophe. You've been watching Alphadia Genesis 2 on xbsx. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.